Guys, here we are, just Oz with the tour. We have found ourselves in the rich mining town of Gympie. So we are now about 40k or so northwest of Imbil, where we were this morning, and I found myself at the Gympie Gold Mining and Historical Museum. Now in about the 1850s sometime, Gympie had gold discovered by a man called James Nash. Now this led to a massive boost in the economy. After that, the town went on to get the nickname, the town that saved Queensland. So a very important part of history out here in the Gympie Goldfields. Let's go check out what this place has to show. Okay, so I'm officially in the Gympie Gold Mining and History Museum. I've just come straight to the door and I've come straight to this lovely little gold panning section. It breaks down the steps on how to pan for gold. I think if you've seen my videos, I've probably shown you guys a little bit about that. But obviously there's a nice little spot here. You can grab a pan, you can grab some dirt and give it a bit of a go. Really worth having a look at. Let's have a look around, hey? Now you might have heard me mention earlier that they named Gympie the town that saved the state. Now, in saying that, so we're looking at the early 1800s, you know, the whole state was in this depression, the economy was really struggling, and this man comes along from who knows where. I actually haven't looked into where James Nash is from originally, but he came into the town of Gympie, which was not named Gympie at the time, it was something else, but he was able to discover, I think it was like 65 or 75 ounces of gold in a few days, or 6 days or something. I think it says it right here. 75 ounces of gold in 6 days, to get that exactly correct. Now, he found that in the gullies, you know, just doing shallow mining, alluvial gold tracking, things like that. And that just showed people that, wow, there was some great riches up here to be found. So from that, people started flocking to the town of Gympie, which really boosted the economy and obviously built it into the town that it is today. After they started on the alluvial gold, they then moved to the rock gold. So they moved up into the hills and the mountains. They started sinking all these shallow shafts and obviously taking gold out of the rock in the hills. So one way you can remove gold from a rock, you can see here, is the old dolly pot, which is very cool. They've got all this sort of stuff to have a look at in the museum. This wasn't all just little alluvial gold, guys. This is a nugget or a replica of a nugget known as the Curtis nugget. Now the Curtis nugget was discovered by this man, Valentine Curtis Brigg. Now he discovered this nugget, I think it was something like 28.18 kilos, 906 ounces of gold in one nugget. Can you imagine what sort of good day that would have been? We can only hope it happens to us, right? Little cool thing for you guys. Now in front of me there's a massive gold and pyrite specimen. Now according to obviously geologists, whoever does all that rock study, I don't do all that. So there's a band in this rock here that contains about 5 ounces of gold. Now there's going to be other places we go that I'm going to tell you about where they didn't so much find alluvial gold, but they find gold in the rock. But yeah, that's really interesting to know. Gold's not always visible. Sometimes it's a big, ugly, dirty rock. We're probably going to find some of them on the way too. The history here is amazing. You've got the old blacksmith's hut. You've got obviously your steam engine train here, the transport and tool shop. I would recommend that if you're in Gympie, you stop here, you have a look. I'm glad I did, because now I want to go and find some gold. See you soon. Can't take me anywhere they say there's gold to be panned and I won't pan it. Just at these panning stations here where they have a lovely little list of steps on how to go about panning for your gold, and I get to pan my own gold out of one of these tubs. Finding gold at the Gympie Gold and History Museum. We can check that off the list. Check it out. There's gold in my pan. Yeehaw. So the Gympie Mining and History Museum, guys, well worth the stop if you're ever going through the little city slash town of Gympie. Now I couldn't come to Gympie without at least trying to find a little bit of that Gympie gold for myself. So I'm going to go to the local GPA, I believe it's Deep Creek. I'm going to have a bit of a look around, flip some rocks and see if I can find some alluvial gold for myself. Stay tuned. We made it to the Deep Creek Fossicking area in Gympie. Okay, obviously to come here and fossick, you need a valid Queensland Fossicker's license, which you can get from the Department of Resources. and it's quite easy to download. Now I'm going to grab my pen, I'm going to grab my pick and see if I can have any luck like our mate James Nash had. You guys can probably tell I've never been to Deep Creek before, but for some reason I'm trying to take the road less travelled, so I'm cutting through this brush here, very thick brush, in hope that there's a creek just on the other side here. So I got basic kit, I got my pick, I got my pen, I got my classifier, I got my snuffer, I got some gloves, and let's see if I can find some gold in Deep Creek. It was somewhat of a mission. I've made it to the creek here at Deep Creek. I came from that way, which clearly there's a better way to come this way, but I'm going to have a look around here and see if any of these banks hold a little bit of that golden stuff I'm after. I got quite deep into black stuff, and I also found like a stone with pyrites on it, for example. Look at that, nice and shiny. Oh, why is that stone shiny? Well, I wonder, if it contains iron pyrites, it might also contain gold. Let's keep on looking. Now, by no means was that easy. But if you find the pay layer, you will find the gold. See if I can get this in the sunshine here for you guys. Oh. So if you find the pay layer, you will find the Deep Creek gold. But there is no way in the world that was easy. That was hard work and a lot of trial and error. And I finally did come up with some good stuff. Alright, thanks for watching the video, guys. I think I'll come back tomorrow.